excited for this KIRI Magenta composition change, because I was calling upon them to make changes on Corrode on buying weaker maps in their pool, and I think this is super smart. I was worried because Bunnyb, Kurosu, they switched from these really strong duelist roles on the ISO and the Yoru to weaker ones, usually the Waylay and the Neon, just in their own pools, in their own stats, in their own performance. So playing the Comfort, what just got them through Haven with this trio alongside Terra on the Clove, I think this is what can carry them to eliminate 100 Thieves and give them that lower round 3 appearance.
I think we're just getting a Viper wall trick play here. Wall on the right. Feint a little bit of a play. Prowler in though as they've activated now onto this B site, and it's kept quiet to start. There it is, and Bunnyb hiding in the shadows, able to get a few there with the classic to start.
How does Bunnyb get the second while fully revealed? That is absurd, but gives KIRI Magenta numbers advantage that Kurosu is just able to widen, catches Melia's lurk timing off, tracking quite literally the rotation from 100 Thieves towards bottom mid.
Oh, just left, corrected the shots. Oh, try to help each other, and they just walked into the crossfire as well. I should say crosshair. And 100 Thieves turn this one around. Autumn left to go back and forth. Now, Autumn can whisper at both 100 Thieves members and win this round.
All right.
It's just, can they get close enough to whisper?
Oh, that's exactly why we're seeing Misu play so aggressive here, trying to catch Autumn off guard with a knife out, perhaps? No.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, wow!
Beautifully played.
Lydia, just the closer for 100 Thieves. Doesn't matter how much HP, what weapon is in hand. It's just so slippery with the crouches and the little jiggles that Autumn's not able to finish things off. So no dominant start this time around for KIRI Magenta. 100 Thieves pistol win. Very nicely done. Now they're the ones we usually get to see an aggressive or a second round buy-up from them. Curious to see what it is going to look like. Jazzy, Phantom, and the full shield here. So she's definitely embracing getting back on the duelist here. I'm surprised that we have 2 pistols, actually. So they're looking to go big or go home right in a third round buy.
Bunnyb wants to get this Bucky into position. Maybe grab one of those guns for themselves. Getting 2 kills on the first round, says I haven't bid extra money. Bunnyb goes for the bit of a purchase there with the shotgun. And they're going to be in the right spot. 100 Thieves should be able to kind of just trounce through the site on that right side if it's what they choose. The wall they put on pistol round was further to the right, almost where the Neon is right now. So they've thrown a different wall here for this second round, just to give a little more space to peek out and see what the idea is.
Again, buddy system on the site in Link.
Yeah.
Autumn, the only one fully rotating, but she, again, is usually the last one standing regardless. But Deep Ruse concealing, maybe protecting this team. Still see they're kind of priding for an A split off of that recharged taunt as well. So we're going to keep numbers here. We're going to keep a gate crash here as well for Bunnyb. We'll see how this plays out when the exit comes through.
Nice mid-round util. Keeping the numbers high here at this site. Smokes we expect to see. Kurosu diving out of the smoke head first with a double sheriff headshot. Terror answers as well, and that Bucky does come into play. Can they pick up weapons, though? Is the question. It's going to have to be a search for the gun. Oh, my God! Oh, Melia just drew the perfect picture of Bunnyb on that wall.
which is Jiggle with a pistol is better, Lydia's or Bunnyb's? I don't know, but I will say the damage is more drastic out of KIRI Magenta. Answering back on the second round, Thrifty just... Again, really effective use of the gate crash to keep numbers really heavily stacked towards Zay's site, and also just the reclear of A main off that haunt, and that duo also just ensuring that there was no rotation across mid once the ruse fades. Really, really well done there in terms of managing information, keeping players stacked when you don't have better weapons. So, all that to say, now money kind of tight here, the side of 100 Thieves. Just looking for miracles, and Bunnyb got some chip damage, at least to throw their way.
We saw that push last round, too. It was Bunnyb and Autumn, though. And Bunnyb went out with Autumn, and Autumn stayed, allowing that Bunnyb rotation over to A, allowing KIRI to be able to stay in that spot. So, really nice early little info grabs are getting to control the state of the map otherwise. And now, this fight towards A Link looks like it's going to be something that 100 Thieves want to get something out of.
All right. This is where things went south in the pistol, right? Overfighting into mid space. getting punished for it. So I do like Kurosu just playing the kill angle, getting off. And this is smart use of the toxic screen, just trying to silently scale through yard. But because KIRI Magenta has such heavy elbow control here, once again, they're just able to provide covering fire and rotate back, really reading into KIRI Magenta. And the alert from Melia basically confirms that this is going to be the B split where Bunny B has to anchor.
Ooh. Fast lane held down. They quickly go back through that A link. That's where they figured they get the return on investment here after getting KIRI to run around. Nicely played. Hey, eco round spike money is beautiful. Let's see how many kills they can get in alt points here to just kind of buff up the round for themselves on the side of 100 Thieves.
Bunny B, Kurosu hand in hand. Slandy low HP. Should be easy pickings here, but would be huge for to hold on to the yard control. That goes south. It's just one after another. Not winning any of these worse off fights.
One enemy remaining.
But the classics, the stingers. Oh, I actually expected one person to go down there. So clean from KIRI to just waltz through kind of power in numbers there and continue to clear the angles, slicing them pies. Flawless round. They are going to be able to get themselves another one on defensives. They grab second and third now with that full defuse. And we'll see how this pushback is safe. It seems like they're still feeling that kind of comfortable vibe from Haven, where they're not scattered. They're patiently setting up util. They're crossfiring together. A lot of the simple things. It seems to be really putting them on top of the game so far.
And the issue that we identified over on Haven, right, not being able to retake the sites effectively together with this very comp, right, except for Fade and Sova initiator swap. So the fact that that's also on lock here, obviously, great assault with 100 Thieves having worse weapons is really promising. Oh, that's a little delayed. You kind of want to peek off of the vulnerability, but doesn't matter when Terra can just find two. Flip numbers right back into KIRI's favor. And Kurosu as well, winning an ever important kill contract to try to cap off this round.
Yeah. That was big. Last time Lydia was getting a lot of the best of those fights, so Kurosu bring those numbers back in.
All right.
Where are they going after this one? It seems like they're just trying to pull some fights out here, and KIRI, again, patience, just waiting for a mistake.
I like this. Autumn was getting overwhelmed trying to anchor sites over on Haven. Plays safety of Crane, safety and numbers. Katsushi by her side. They're just going to probably let them get the plant, right? Toxic screen up. Deep trip in case they tried to walk through the toxic screen up. So nice anti. Now with the haunt, with the just layering of utility like the metal, it's going to force everything out already from 100 Thieves, like that paranoia. Oh, wow. It doesn't even matter.
Looking every which way. Yeah, Misu back forth. Oh, here's a Prowler. There's another person. It seems like it's really tough to even do anything against this team once they do start coming into the site. You got flashes, clones, Prowlers, haunts. A lot of things to be looking at. And that's another one for KIRI. So what do we get out of 100 Thieves coming into this round now? They are going to have a little bit of cash next round. So there's a Guardian. They've been doing this every so often. And you're going to hear right from there what they can buy instead of saving up for multiple rounds. So
yeah, Misu's a dangerous lurk player. So giving her the best weapon available so that she can maybe open up a late round pivot for you guys, especially on a round like this where you get a kill or two and you're going to have Slandy with the Nightfall. You have a Tour de Force from Melia. I think this just keeps their options open here to maybe turn things around earlier rather than later. That's too early.
Too early. Especially when you're trying to get Guardian and Sheriff shots to just kind of tag, right? Nobody really has to be the final shot in the kill. You all just have to do it together.
Over there.
And the kills will come. KIRI, however, pushing forward, and that's going to be Kurosu out in the middle with team assist on the back, but Misu was still able to get the angle necessary to kill two. Get themselves back into somewhat of an advantage position in mid if they can create 1v1s.
I'm gonna say that's why Misu
the 1v1 against Terror, though?
That's why Misu has the Guardian, right? Able to find two, but that is so difficult. I mean, it's expensive already investing the orb just trying to get yourself out of that mid position, but then you have Autumn top mid distracting, you have Bunny encroaching from Link, and you don't even know about Terror from B main coming in from behind. So again, just every piece synchronized and in sync right now for KIRI Magenta. Very similar, again, for 100 Thieves. This is a must-win round. And I'm going to point this out. We're seeing a pause on the timer. 100 Thieves timeout. Now, Riv, I asked for a timeout at 4-1 on Haven. Didn't get it. and then we got it and it was too late. So this is the proactive timeout that I wanted to see, right? You have ults, you have a buy. Like, this is the round to win to keep things close. So again, they're learning from the mistakes over on Haven in terms of at least scoreline and calling perspective, and I hope that they're going to reap the rewards of it and turn things around now.
We hear refs. We hear coaches say, have before on VCT, that if you don't take it and then you feel like you need to take both of them, it's too late. So take it early, get it out of the way, right? Make sure you can say what you need to say. And that's exactly, I think, like you said, it was 4-1 last time and it didn't happen, but this time it is. Coach is going to go ahead and get in the ears of the players to make sure that they're calm. They're going to be using these weapons in a protocol manner, right? Don't just run around. Let Melia try to get a pick. Let that first start to happen, you know, see if anybody's on a hard angle. A lot of the basics, a lot of the fundamentals here, especially since it's going to be op v op rifle round. It becomes some of the slowest rounds you can get.
Yeah. I think asking 100 Thieves to slow down is nice. Think about how they got onto the A side, right? It was just slow and methodical. They walked up, essentially. Granted, KIRI Magenta kind of let them, and since then, Kurosu and Terry both have been just searching out kills and fighting multis off of it. But time being here, good call. Good setup Prowler as well for Jazzy, but there's 3 players ready to fight off this toxic screen immediately.
Ooh. Seeing that run across. So they do know the operator is live on one side. Even with the death or loss of this, they have tour de force next time, so they can kind of formulate something if they see this round. Oh gosh. Who's gonna roll the dice first, Obi?
I think Melia swings. Look at that.
There it is.
To sealed and deliver, but what isn't was the Nightfall follow-up on the A side. They actually backpedal to try and refrag Bunny B, and they're able to, opening up the B side, and at this point, Terror, I mean, you are probably not catching up to Misu. She is out of there. That timer on your second lease on life likely to expire as long as she holds before top mid. I do like that. They're trying to get close enough, yeah, to get the smokes for your team. A worthy sacrifice here, and now it's a 3v4 on the site.
Taken out. My ult's ready.
Ooh,
Gotta go.
Jazzy hiding in the pocket. Gonna go ahead and zip out just for a moment. Oh, got stuck there. Just caught on the edge. It's all right.
30 seconds left.
Man, they're all just on the outside, ready to scream in. Don't even have the spike planted yet, as they're just being so sure about these situations. And they will get that extra money going down in time. That's big. 100 Thieves are going to get themselves another one. Timeout, coming through strong. And they will be able to survive with that op 4 ultimates online to boot.
Yeah, only using the Nightfall there, and that was more just to keep the players at A at base. They could then rotate back over. Just the swift calling there as well after Melia falls to punish Bunny B, who I'm guessing Gatecrash just expired, so had to play from A main. Sorry, B main. Aside from that, I think that's a strength of 100 Thieves, is they know when just to hold, right? To cut noise, to mull things over before planting, before locking what they already have control over. And I think that's where KIRI Magenta got a little bit shaken, but still not stirred, because they can still fight. They're eager to. Oh, there it is, Kurosu. Revenge on the Slandy for Haven.
Yes. Finally. Getting them all. Oh! Shot there. Lydia finds Terror. That's a very big one to be taking down in the middle of the round. Terror always exactly
This
that.
toxin timing. Does Kausushi realize Misu could have gotten to elbow?
Oh, yeah. If you consider there's a timing, I think players always recognize the timing. That would have been pretty sick, but very well attempted by both players there to get a kill. They saw where that came from. They know they're actually pushing on the right side of the wall now. So Misu has a bit of info here, but doesn't have the space protected.
You know that the Fate is there. Do you know that Bunny B is repositioned with the op? I don't think so. Anchor on side, Spike is down. There's 40 seconds left. And you have no visibility blocker onto this sideline for Bunny B, who's going back in with the shorty.
Wait.
Twice! Aw.
What?
You didn't have bullets. Where are you going?
You gotta reload. Oh no. Maybe bonk him on the head with the butt of the shorty or something. That would be a fun thing. Misu alive here. Misu looking at Autumn. Autumn's able to get the straight in and out, even though ping for a moment, it doesn't matter. Good to go in that situation, and wow, that got pretty sketchy for a second, but KIRI bring it out into their favor. The operator will be out of the hands of the side 100 Thieves now, but they're gonna bring in the Odin, which could give them a little bit of prowess once they get to these sites.
See the Brock cosplay from Slandy, see if it gives them the edge that they need, but time being, that was a beautiful closeout. Like you mentioned, as soon as Misu got that kill on Bunny, I'm like, wait a minute, they might win this round. And then just Kurosu supporting Autumn in that final fight, just really, really nice from the opposite side of site. But I do like that 100 Thieves isn't really losing steam like you think they would, being down 5-2 after a insane comeback attempt on Haven. They're in fact speeding things up, but that spray is lethal through the smoke. And so, the tripwire could have been as well.
Not much left. It's gonna fizzle out. Overdrive now gone. Jazzy taking a bit of damage, but the space was gained, and that's all that mattered. Melia now getting the best of a fight in mid, but still traded. You can see how active KIRI are to move around the map. And Lydia now trying to trade back, trying to be a magician here, and just give KIRI the slip. Wait a minute. Wait, Zobi, wait, why are the re-peaks? Where are the peaks coming from?
Not once, but twice does 100 Thieves decide to fight outside of Misu's Viper's Pit. Now, the second one I can justify, right? You're pinged out by the neural theft. They can just spray and play into the alternate dimension and probably connect on just measurable damage. But the first one was so questionable. Maybe they felt corralled because Melia lost the fight on mid to Kurosu, so they were going to be starting to clear out link, clear out yard, and suddenly they know you're all on site, and they didn't really have elbow control either. Like, that just felt like a little bit of a miscall in the moment. That is going to cost dearly, because now once again you're kind of broke. Now KIRI once again have an opportunity to push the advantage at the half, and now they've repurposed the Odin that Slandy had in Sushi's pocket.
That's what I'm saying. They got gifted an Odin, and Melia gets the shot onto Bunny B as well for the peak. Oh my. They needed that though. Melia has to come up with this tour de force. Cal Sushi gets it. Terror pushes mid again. When has this not happened? Seriously. They are trying to own the map immediately, knowing that 100 Thieves is trying to slow it down.
I'm out of here.
And they're just winning all these gunfights as well, right? Yeah, Melia got the better of Bunny B, but that's the only player that has fallen. And now, you know, Jazzy's on the site. Trapwire confirms. They need kills here, right? They're not going to win a 2v4 just hanging out on the site. So Spike Tap tried to bait out some swings, but KIRI Magenta so in tune. You know, they're baiting it too.
Spike down A.
Here's a tour de force. Even with an op in hand, too. Melia wants that. We have one shot, next shot. Oh, the in and out from Terror, just playing games on the clove smoke. And they get another one. 7-2, 3 more. Get themselves a mirrored first half of what we saw in Haven score-wise. And a timeout from 100 Thieves. So the second one is called now. Coming into round 10, the operator will again be in the hands of Melia. They are investing a lot once they get to these rounds. And it's going to be one of the last times we see an op, I think, for them. If it comes to it. They got to get this round.
Oh, absolutely. Exactly why the timeout comes out. If you remember back on Haven, I think there was a save round that kind of acted as a pseudo timeout, so they never used their second one, even in the throes of that comeback, right? They didn't want to stop the train of momentum that 100 Thieves has already established on their own right. Coming into this, a little worried, not too much to work with ult-wise. You have a few light shields across the board. Bunny B as well. Dimensional Drift online, so maybe should be able to get out of a tricky corner, no matter how you spin it. And Terror, like, it's not as flashy as what we saw over on Haven, but she's also just warming up here. And when Terror falls, Kurosu has always been there as well, just a rebound of just destruction in their wake. There's like what do you do here, Riv? Because like you mentioned, like they're playing it slow, but then they're not playing to receive the aggression either from KIRI Magenta. So you just need like duos primed at every possible entry point towards mid, or how do you counter this heavy go-getter attitude from KIRI Magenta right now?
I think 100 Thieves, so they don't have a ton of initiator utility just with the fade, right? So I like what this. At least Melia on one side, Haunt towards the other, see if they push out. What kind of info is KIRI getting that you don't know about? How far are they pushed on B to know that you're at A, right? How many times can they walk out mid? So I think 100 Thieves needs to know more about the map before they start entering portions of it. Here, mid is fine. They own this, and they have the extremities, which is perfect.
This is a similar setup to the round they did win, where they hit the Nightfall towards the A side and backpedaled into B. And let's see if they can convert off of it very, very similarly here. My issue is there's 3 stacked around window here for the side of KIRI Magenta.
Gotta go.
Oh, man. Yard.
Bunny B has an
Is that the fight?
You're just not missing.
Bunny B finds it. They have that wall covered. That wall is supposed to go up, right? I guess they want to peek the entirety of it and see what might be there. But yeah, the utility they have in place.
That kill was
Didn't work.
huge from Misu. Terror was about to
Incredibly big to
re-clear
open
all
that.
of mid, get behind those two players. Now they should have a safe A plant. Saw Bunny be disengage at just the wrong moment there. And this is what we needed from
Push
the
out.
Thieves. They play slow enough to identify where the stack is and go away from it.
The push out from Autumn still happening, but the timing, he just makes it past his trip. Or they do, Melia rather, on that right side. Oh, hello. Whoa! Autumn thought there was going to be a left sidestep by Melia there. Stays in the open on the off angle, absolutely wins that flank. And now it's just the dimensional drift that was supposed to be for 3. Now just a dinner for 2 here on the side of KIRI.
Wow. Spike tap, spray coverage. They're trying to bait these players into the fight around the ruse. Shorty, first bullet, first kill.
Stop trying.
There is a single player encroaching from elbow. Yeah, Melly caps off the round after kind of neutralizing what could have been a win condition from main in Autumn as well. And I also just got to point out that there were 2 headhunter bullets fired onto the corpse of Autumn, so a very pricey show of dominance over there when you're already not out of the weeds just yet. Watch, here it is. 1 and 2.
I heard that.
Yeah. This is a good attempt, but I think just the proximity
funny.
out of 100 Thieves was really, really strong there. I understand, like you mentioned, they don't have as much util to just kind of keep dumping towards the post plant, so
Yeah.
that and the call as well, as soon as Misu got that kill towards the A site, super, super strong.
That was big. And the economy does allow them back into the realm of the operator and Odin purchase. And now they can, the assurance of having that strength on a round 2 can slow you down, make you feel more confident that you're peeking an angle, that you're going to have that behind you. As they, again, just 2-1-2 on the map. It hadn't happened the entirety of this first half here from 100 Thieves. And now the last 2 rounds, they play the extremities and they wait for the pushes. Kurosu down. This is what we were waiting for.
That was the first time they committed all the way to that mid fight, and they are just committing one after the other, following the grave. 3 strong. Now you got 1 and 1 on opposite sides of the map. Autumn's playing the idea of fighting or waiting for the rotation to come through. Might peek elbow for a cheeky kill towards Jazzy.
Spike
Off his
planted.
cage.
They decide not to push. Nice patience, good discipline.
And they might save, actually. Amidst this
does look
streak
like
of
it.
rounds, right? Look at Bunny's money, look at Autumn's money.
Yeah.
I don't think they would have a buy next round, so really, really nice there. Slandy as well, I think off that plant, got the Nightfall online for the following round. This is gonna set us up for, I would say, a possible 7-5 half, depending on what the money for the fallen teammates of KIRI Magenta look like. I mean,
Yeah.
Kurasu's one
Oh, no,
off
I
the kill
agree.
contract, you know?
You have a situation where KIRI's been able to receive everything from 100 Thieves on the fights, on the takes. So now that they're not receiving,
Last
they have
round
to push
before the
out. They have to
switch.
go find. They're almost having, on that round, they played attack from defense more so, and got taken out because 100 Thieves was now realizing they can stay still and wait for KIRI to get antsy. The first portion of their strategy is no longer working, so they're trying to instill a new strategy with only a few rounds left, and they haven't perfected it in these rounds. So, what does another round from 100 Thieves look like? More extremity control into something in mid to open up the map? They're going to
Stop
leave
overpeaking.
now Misu on the left side now. Yeah, that's a big one.
That would be my recommendation here if I was a coach. Obviously can't take a timeout, but I would say, yeah, just hold these lines. And hopefully his shots like that, it was lined up, but no follow through. Speaking of follow through though, Melia, Shorty out in the kill contract, not gonna work, especially against a shield. And Kalsushi trying to defend Kurosu
Spike
just long
down
enough
A.
to find an Elder, but it's still numbers on the side of 100 Thieves at 2v3, but Jazzykins at half HP. Terror also 2 off from her ultimate here. Could give them that extra player back.
Oh. That would be the play, right?
Yeah.
Tag 2, be
Get a
able to
kill,
go in
yeah.
for the perfect trade with Autumn just because of not dead yet. Man, that is so, it feels so overwhelming when they can do that. But it's going to be hard to set up for sure. And the
Everybody
site's
trips, you'll
chosen
know.
right now, 100 Thieves, they're going to have a leg up.
This is smart though, right? You have the Cypher Util stacked on B, they're gonna destroy it or trigger it. ideally.
Yep.
So you'll know hopefully with a little bit more time than a spike plant going through.
Ooh.
30 seconds left.
They're gonna slowly move around it until they're ready to plant.
There we go.
Get that position forward. Yep.
Spike planted.
Ooh, okay, we're gonna double.
God.
I like the double hold here onto CT. I really like this. If it was just Jazzy going in low HP, that's just gifting a 2v2 to KIRI Magenta. But a crossfire here, deep spawn hold. I don't think if you're KIRI Magenta, you can be expecting this sort of thing.
Throw the cam. Yeah, it doesn't even matter. Just chuck it.
One
They
enemy.
know you're gonna come from somewhere, and that is a great crossfire. Doesn't even really have to play into contact. They're just playing cat and mouse there to make it look tough for the side of KIRI. 7-5, and 100 Thieves started that comeback early this time to make it a map for themselves.
Came out of that early timeout there from Zolo.
Yes, yeah,
Just-
the 4-1.
Yeah, planned that really, really well. So I liked it. The mid control, the calling, and they were able to convert off of it. But coming into this half, again, a lot better than a 10-2, but I need to see a pistol and a follow-up. Because reminder, 100 Thieves won the first pistol and then proceeded to lose the next 4 rounds, including a second round ante. So we'll see if they can find that streak of consistency here. And this is where I feel like Terra's having a normal game, Bunny's having a normal game. Kurosu, I think, is also kind of tapered off just a bit because they were over fighting. So hopefully when they get to choose where they take the fights, things are going to go better.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Bunny down to 50 already.
Might heal up a bit off. Okay. Hoping some of that was decay, but
Yeah. Going
get
through.
that B main control.
Just
Autumn
a
has
bit
to
of
win this
alert.
engagement.
Yeah, it's gonna be huge. This is like the kingpin of the round. If Autumn can get one here and really cause distraction to these pushes. Oh, Melia says no. Here's a lawn chair.
Planted.
Almost a few more coming in, but the team pushes around from the backside. Great progress and aggression to get back out of the site and clear main.
Up and now Terror.
Drop in a smoke.
Just hear these additional players over towards CT just in a similar position, just solo to how the last half capped off here. The difference is they have Slandy, they have a haunt over a cam. We identify half of the puzzle, but they don't expect a player staircase. 1-for-1 trade will keep things pretty squared away too on a 2. That paranoia, I think it missed.
Ooh, the haunt, yeah, as well.
One enemy
Chill.
remaining.
Hello.
Last player standing.
Oh my God. Bunny bee
Jumped over.
hopping out of the rabbit hole. Boop.
More like they jumped over
Quick
the rabbit
two.
hole.
Nice job.
Ooh, yeah. Very, very important pistol round 1. And I was a little bit nervous there, right? We talked about 100 Thieves in last half would be like, okay, we're going to make sure that everything's squared away before we plant. Versus they fully entrusted in Kurosu and Bunny Bee to square things away while they planted, right? So it's risky, right? If Jazzykins wasn't taken care of, if Jazzy takes down both of those players, because now you're suddenly surrounded, right, on the site and down numbers. So again, really, really important kills going Bunny Bee's way, not just in main, but on the site to clutch things out. Money in hand, no force up out of 100 Thieves this time around. You have a little bit more air room to work with, but I am intrigued by the high-low mid-fight off of just pure pistols when you know there's spray weapons and sniper rifles on the other side.
What are we waiting for?
Jump contact.
One? How many can that catch? Well, they know there's more than one because they saw ISO first, fade to follow, and orb control, and they can see where that goes. So just a quick smoke to delay things from the side of 100 Thieves, and they have great A main control
Yeah, I
and
was
knowledge
looking at that.
on the other side of the map. So hanging out here is fine for them to set up on B.
Yeah, just huge information, and every step meets steps further forward is confirmation that this is going to be the B re-hit. 40 seconds left. Nice crossfires on site, and I'm expecting maybe a... I was hoping Lydia had a paranoia, but she doesn't, so really can't have much support from the offsite players, but this really bolt low might be enough to hold the floodgates in place. Oh,
30 seconds left.
Don't want to push that with the Spectre just yet. Are they going to double swing? Who's wide? Who's close? The flash comes through. Looks like they almost shouldered each other there for a second, but it's going to be a rush through spawn here. A nice hold on that right side is Misu. Oh, I thought it was going to be Kurosu going kind of searching for a kill on the second round, but with the Guardian plays it safe, and Misu will not find that right-click classic just yet.
yeah, Melia's gonna have to be apologizing to Lydia for abandoning her in that fight. Like, I'm sorry, I gotta get out of there. But
Yeah.
flawlessly done. And he again had some pretty nice weapons as well carried over. All double guardian. No Vandal or Phantom this time around like we saw over on Haven, but
Yeah.
It's just a question of, okay, are we gonna run into something similar where KIRI had issues closing out, right? I think them starting out on the defense really helped because that's where they were having issues over on Haven and closing. We talked about the retakes, how they were clean from the get-go. So that, I think, is... Now it's just gonna require 100 Thieves now that they have weapons in hands to keep them, to win this round, first and foremost.
Rosu catching a bit of spam.
That's your haunt, Jazzy, don't worry.
Yeah. That's how tense it is. Everybody's just like, who's that? Where's that? What is it? How did it happen? Who threw it? A refresh smoke on mid. That's going to be good info for Lydia here. And they've backed up. 100 Thieves are doing a great job of selecting the site that is the strong force for KIRI here on each of these early rounds of the second half.
Yeah.
Whether or not they can keep collecting rounds is the question. The Odin just sitting in the back of A here.
Oh. Miso as well snake by just for some crowd control over towards the elbow. Really nice just piecing this site control apart between yard and between elbow here. You don't have to worry because you still have that toxic screen on the doorway to A site as well. Miso, they are an anchor to trifle with, I will say. Looking now on for an ace here, perhaps if they can find Kausushi first.
Remaining.
Just crouched under the crosshair.
But the trade is there, is another one. Terror, 3 bullets left, 3 members of the other team alive here. So weapons surrounding and not waiting to reload for a second. It's going to be a quick peek from Melia on the left side. A cleanup, 3 alive. And 6 rounds to their name for 100 Thieves here as they start to creep back into the game. Miso is 15 and 11 coming off the bench cold here. And I don't think there's anything cold to this gameplay right now.
I mean, I feel like you have that outside perspective as well, just sitting back watching map 1, right? Maybe alongside Zolo, just able to come in and maybe have that perspective just adds to the calling here for Slandy.
For sure.
I think that is helping. She called some important, I think, rotates, or like opportunities, I should say, for rotations in the first half. And now, again, she's that layer of anchoring that we haven't really gotten to see out of 100 Thieves this series. Another thing is this spray down in mid has just been favoring 100 Thieves every time. Chip damage, opening kills. To go back to map 1, what was it? 17 versus like 6 first bloods or something in that ballpark? And we're definitely more even this time around on Corrode.
It was really funny when the map started and we see teams. It was kind of the phantom sprays from bottom mid attacker side would always punish the archway because you would only have so many places to stand. But now from different angles of the archway, people have figured out where to fire down mid at long range. So yeah, it's like the attackers do not win that much anymore. And I think KIRI is starting to figure that out with how well 100 Thieves is playing. Also, it's guarded. Lydia's there. 2 already for 100 Thieves here as we get into this gun round. And now it looks like KIRI, the rest of the team, are pushing around just to re-clear behind them before they head forward into B.
Okay. Good steals from Slandy. They're trying to play down the time. Just over 30 seconds left. There's rotating over. Dazikins. Yeah, you can trust in Misa to anchor the A site. She just did it quite stellarly in the prior. It's just a matter of if any players for 100 Thieves over peak, that would be a way back in for KIRI Magenta, but I'm getting the little feelers of a save round here from the dance moves of Terror and Spawn. And I think that's a good call, right? You have a little bit of buffer room here. It'll shrink to 2 rounds. Keeping 3 strong. You can maybe scrounge something together for Kurosu and Bunny B and have a good go at it again.
Yeah, you're looking, what, 2 ultimate points for Bunny B and 1 for Kurosu there. You're looking quite a few on deck for the rest of the teammates. 100 Thieves says, well, we want some ult points too. This round's getting a little boring. They push out a B main. We get a little fight there. 9-7. And we are going to get the Odin, the operator, still alive on the side of 100 Thieves, as expected. And we're getting down to the judge area. We're getting down to regen and light armor, which might start to hurt KIRI in these engagements.
Oh, especially if the Slandy Odin is on point, too. Yeah. Like, it's already been shredding them off the get-go from top.
Yeah.
I think this is a good call, though, as well. Just avoid mid from the rip. They've just been, like, down and out from the drawstring, so just wait it out. Maybe slow things down a little bit. Maybe just focus on one site, right? I think the only difficulty here is that they were primed for B, and suddenly Miso went from anchoring the A site to anchoring the B site off this modified toxic screen. my concern now is that if you're backpedaling towards the A site, one, look at how deep already 100 Thieves is in mid, and two, you have to deal with Melia on the A line. They're gonna run right into Melia. What usually do they put towards this?
As soon as Melia takes a shot, they might even feel confident to crouch up a little bit more mid. Yeah, see, there goes Slandy. Like, hey, how much more space can I take? Kill contract comes out. Oh.
You tried this before!
Almost! It's so a thing. I love it. Just kill the shield, get the hunter out, and try to headhunt them. Oh, man. It is literally the expert hard mode of the kill contract. They gotta try to go through each time. Spike's gonna be planning here on the A site. 3 left for 100 Thieves, and it's a little disjointed on that retake.
Yeah, that was really good calling. KIRI Magenta realized Misu's on B. Let's backpedal, go A. There's no, defender on the site that we have to worry about, and they did great flushing Melia as well with that kill contract. So, really strong round there. Lydia, Slandy going for the save, but like I mentioned last round, you have like Terror, Bunny Bee, Sushi so close to these ults. They definitely want to go hunting.
Bunny Bee says, "Give me my ult now."
In life and death, she has it.
Yeah, literally a "give me my ult or die" situation, but just for her. All right, they will go searching a little bit more. I mean, Cal's off one, trying to kind of farm that one up as well. They realize even in death right now, like you said, it's such an advantage. We're getting close. And again, 100 Thieves creeps up without the added pressure of a round 12 in favor of KIRI. Only that this map needs to be pushed to a third, and that's exactly what they have in mind. Their win condition is coming through pretty strong right now. Let's see if they can take it back from KIRI's momentum on that last round.
Okay. Another buy again from the two back-to-back. Looks good. We're kind of gearing up for kind of a grand finale sorts of stacked ultimates, but this is what KIRI wanted to do last round, just an all-out B exec off of main control, but 100 Thieves had clapback plans. Huge relay bolt follow-up there. Like, oh, we're gonna punish Melia again. Nope. We had 2 players behind ready to accelerate back off to get numbers back in our favor. I'm surprised that KIRI are re-challenging this space.
Closed.
Dude, just cut it. The audio is quiet right now. They are bringing over Autumn pretty fast, though. So either to watch that mid side and allow them into sight, or... I mean, how many more times can they save? Right? This is Terror and Bunny Bee waiting for a player of 100 Thieves to make a mistake, but you know what's being said on the other side. We're numbers up. Do not peek.
One enemy remaining.
Whoa,
A forced
just
fight there to the pocket, yeah. Oh, almost an ace.
yeah, nice 4K
one
there.
more.
I mean, she was the tip of the spear on the fight to claim first blood and be main. Even with low HP, is able to sit on the site and anchor. Just bait off of Melia's angle, bait off of Lydia's angle. And I was wondering when we would get this first time out, I was kind of like seeing the future. If it was a 9-9, I would have expected it out of Red Dot, but this is a good spot as well. What is it going to be? 10-8. You've lost a few buy rounds now, like you mentioned. Forced to save here and there. I'll still have one in the back pocket versus 100 Thieves is still out. So I think this is kind of just the precursor for that finale that I mentioned in terms of the ults coming online for both sides, but could be the last ult cycle, right? If KIRI is able to just quickly get these next 3. So dangerous territory again. Dangerous waters, 100 Thieves have to chart, but again, I really like KIRI Magenta slowing things down. There they got caught by a trap play, plain and simple, right? But I do like once they identify where Misu is right now, number 1 threat for 100 Thieves on the defense right now, and are able to call around it.
Thinking of how 100 Thieves could kind of break this attack from KIRI. How do they use these ults? How do they kind of thread it in? Because you have Nightfall, right? So do you Nightfall this round, Dimensional Drift next round? Where's Terror in their use of ult, right? It may just be a solo fight at some point and not part of the protocol. I feel like KIRI are actually in a very tough position right now, and not just like Bucky by, but it is going to be hard to get through what 100 Thieves can provide.
I kind of want to see them not be reserved with the with the Dimensional Drift personally, because that's the issue right now, is that they've been contacting up again. Solo fade, double duelist,
Yeah,
more fight.
yeah.
And that's why they've been falling victim to these traps. So that's exactly what they're gonna do. Let
get
Bunny
it.
B make sure this side is good, maybe even figure out a way to counter Misu with the Nightfall, and just trusting Bunny B to get this kill. Here it comes. They're deaf. Ah!
Oh. Bunny B says thank you, picks up the Vandal on the way out. And now they're gonna have spawn. KIRI, what a play here to just get the ultimate into position, choose the right site and the right formation to enter it as well. Gonna be huge from Autumn here.
She's alone. She only spotted one
that
as well.
Extra step.
So Lydia's still in the win, still has a paranoia for the close sight angles as well. Krosu is the first line of contact here, just trying to maybe buy time for this rewrap from Bunny B.
Player standing.
Ooh. Oh, that's
Wow.
brutal.
No peeking.
And
I love that.
No, I do too. I gotta once again just credit maybe the plan that came out of that timeout a little bit because, right, Kaosushi hitting Misu with the Nightfall means she cannot hear where Bunny B is getting out of that dimensional drift, right?
Yes.
So with that Bucky, that is everything. You don't know where she's entering the smoke. You don't know how she's fighting you. And we mentioned it, Misu was just delivering on these A-side anchors. Like you mentioned, you didn't know what to do for your KIRI because it was like their options were so limited. So nice one-round counter just to get the ball rolling again for KIRI Magenta. And I think just this team fuels off of confidence.
Slandy looking to get the chip damage in. Ooh. A little bit of damage back. But no real progression made on the map right now. You kind of have to see this line of scrimmage where both teams have met. They are seeing each other past that line of scrimmage, though, and Kurosu is going to be able to get the first one. Huge on to Melia as well, because now they don't have to worry about finding somebody they won't hit their shot on, somebody that's going to distract and be another person trading the peak. Oh, Autumn on fire for that one.
Melia's an anchor, Misu's an anchor, both have fallen. Jazzy's feeling the pressure, feeling the heat, and trying to weather every piece of utility to no avail. Bunny B, again, able to follow up off their team. Slandy in a difficult position, playing maybe for the trigger discipline angle here towards box.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, no! Who comes out and hugs the box like that instead of just swings to look at the corner? That's insane.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You can see Slandy was just expecting somebody to kind of side swing with a double. But yeah, hugging the box back to it. Kurosu comes out all funky like. And it does stuff even funkier with the shots. 12-8 now. And that timeout has paid off big time.
And Kurosu's also just found a second win too. Was sitting at like 14 kills like before the half was up, and I think ended with around there as well. So just now
Over
one off
2
kill
KD.
contract. Yeah, they're definitely locking right now. Again, choosing why the duelist swaps were warranted here, away from the whale, away from the neon. Look at this. All right, they're tired of Melia getting first blooded over towards B. Let's let the Viper's Pit take precedence here. But Melia back on this A line. We'll see if they made any changes to how she holds that space.
It's such a tough one because you can haunt it, but there's so many little walls and edges, and prowling wouldn't really be able to find too much. Nobody's hiding in the left. That'd be
Lydia's
scary as
baiting
hell.
to the kill contract here. The worst thing that could happen here would be Kurosu grabbing the Viper, right?
You and me.
And that's exactly what happened.
There it is.
Perfect.
That's a great call, Zobi. They try to keep that pit up for sure. It looks like as they come back in, they're making sure that's a fake Yoru clone. There's 4 up for 100 Thieves here as they coming in with the overdrive. Jazzykins is trying to be that just jazzy enough to keep the team going. Huge judge shot to pick up Bunny B's weapon and keep rolling.
Look at this too. Bucky on the rotate. Some chip damage found. Oh, 100 Thieves
Wait a minute.
might have overfought. Slandy able to trade one back. I love this wall as well for safe
30
passage.
seconds
Jazzy just narrowly misses the timing, trying to go on the silent but deadly approach. This is going to be a confirmed A plant. Terror has the not dead yet back online as well. This might be slipping.
It has to be the perfect trade. How well can they use the not dead yet?
Here.
Just coupled with whatever Kurosu can have. It doesn't look like anything at this time.
No.
The util is there for an orb if Misu wants to cut off backside, or is that just orb
And a
activation?
fast lane too.
Okay, orb is on spike, so they're gonna force them to push all the way out into the open. A slide for one. That's not dead yet. To come back up, and that's gonna be the corner. That's the edge. That's the box. Misu is forced to take the fight against Terra, who has been an absolute monster the entire competition. And it's gonna be Misu with the clutch. Misu keeping 100 Thieves alive off the bench for this game to strike hot. on that 9th round. Woo.
Wow. It really was just the utility available that late into the round. Gifted, right, by them having the Viper Spit online on the B site, so you didn't have to invest any of that util to further anchor that site. And also just the gift that Lydia gave with her life as well, right? Sacrificing towards that kill contract. And this kill as well was huge, so you didn't have to worry about Bunny B. But whew, was that by the skin of their teeth. Misu, like you mentioned, hot off the bench, able to deliver in some of 100 Thieves' most dire moments of need.
Full util on that retake because the pit was used on the other side. Like, so disciplined in where they're using their util, how they're using it, and how long they have it. It's really paying off in this. It's the little things, and you need all the little things to get these last 3 rounds here. Yeah. Melia pushing up towards yard. Now, usually we see Jazzykins over here and the rest of the team with a little bit of a push towards mid. Oh, still does it.
Yeah, that was like frame perfect to the rendezvous out, and Melia's not done. She's going back 4 seconds, but Terra expects it. And now they've used the ruse to section off yard as well for safe passage onto the site, but I really liked that they were focused on Slandy. We mentioned how kind of they did it on the B side, just purely depending on Bunny B to solo clear that, but that was a team effort. Tie up all the loose ends. Yeah, they might have clutched out the last round because of Misu, but they are putting 100 Thieves chances at GCC towards the ground, towards the grave. It's still, though, number one possibility. 4v3 here, favoring KIRI Magenta. No information as well onto where these players are coming from.
Almost a double up. Almost a double up. Oh, the relay bolt's not going to click. And Misu comes up big with a kill. But they are hurt. You're exactly right. 33 health for Jazzy. 21 for Misu. 54 health. Keep 100 Thieves in this one. Misu's been great in the kill contracts. And they can't. Misu's got to get back in time. Got to find it. They already know where she's coming out. And that's going to be KIRI into the maps were given to 100 Thieves from the start of the day all the way through. We thought it could be them, but it is not. It's KIRI Magenta who ride high today and take down 100 Thieves to move on.
Wow, and it's exactly how this team is formulated that shines through as well. Terror, I think, an MVP for map 1, but map 2, it was by far a team effort.